Hi, Greta.
Yeah.
Excellent. Hi, I'm Ainsley. I'm
Hi.
one of the student social worker team. Sorry, lovely to meet you.
Yeah, it's a pleasure.
Thank you. And do you just want to take a seat right here?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
comfortable?
that
Yeah.
sounds good.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Okay. I hope you don't mind. I am going to check.
No, that's totally fine.
Well, if it does distract you or annoy you, just let me know. Put it to one
That's
side.
totally fine. Totally fine.
Perfect. Excellent. And before we get started, though, I just wanted to give you a brief rundown on what we do here
Sure.
and how we operate. So as I said before, I'm Ainsley. I'm one of the student social workers here. I'm at Footside Mental Health Community Services. I'm still getting used to that. So what we'll be doing today is an initial intake and assessment. So just getting to know you and what brings you here and
Mm.
anything you might be having issues with or anything you might want to discuss.
Mm.
And on that note, you can discuss whatever you like.
Okay.
Everything you say in this space stays in this space.
Yeah.
The only two reasons that wouldn't happen is if I had a legal requirement.
Yeah.
If these notes were subpoenaed and I had to provide them in a court of law, then I would have to do that. Or if I believe you or somebody you're associated with is at significant risk of harm and I have a duty of care to report that.
Mm.
But I would be doing both of those in conjunction with you anyway. So we'll get to that if we need to get to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That'll sound good to you.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Mm.
Did you have any questions? Did you have any concerns before we got started?
No, I was a bit nervous coming in.
Yeah, that's
You saying
understandable.
that has made me feel a bit better.
I thought I'm glad. I mean, it's hard to sit down and talk to a stranger. I completely understand.
Thank you.
It's very nerve-wracking. And in fact, I noticed in your referral, where I've got the information that I have, I'm you've only just recently moved back to the area, is that right?
Yeah, would I be able to read the referral?
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
That's no problem.
Yeah, I'm sure the information's fine.
Yeah.
Just wanted to have a look.
Yeah, and if there's anything there that is incorrect or is no longer applicable, let me know and I'll
No,
make a note of
you're
it.
good.
Yeah.
Thank you for
No,
showing me.
no
I really
problem.
appreciate that.
No, that's fine. All about transparency. Um, we've gone through the general housekeeping. What was your reason for coming back home?
Yeah, my dad's dementia has been getting a lot worse, so
Right.
I sort of came back to support him.
That sounds pretty heavy. That sounds really heavy.
Yeah.
Is it something that's been happening for a while or?
Yeah, the past few months especially been hard.
Is there a reason for that? Is it just been progressing so fast or is something happened?
Yeah, I'm not exactly too sure. It's just he wanders in the street a lot.
Yeah.
In his previous place, he was not being looked after anyone. He had a two-story house, so it was not safe for him.
You do hear
Yeah,
that a lot,
yeah,
unfortunately. You do hear that they're not the most uplifting places to be, not the most uplifting mindset to be in. So is it just you taking care of him, or do you have anyone else here to support you taking care of
pretty
him?
much just me. I have a lovely neighbor
Yeah.
because my dad and I live pretty close together, who is so supportive of both of us. So that's been awesome.
Excellent, excellent. And so does the neighbour look after dad as well, or just sort of?
Not so much look after, as just more friendly,
Yeah, I guess
comforting.
he's got someone he can talk to.
Yeah, it is really nice.
That is nice. Sometimes that's all you need. No, that's perfect. So are you staying with your dad?
No, I live a few doors down from him.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, how's that going?
Not great, to be honest.
No.
No, I've got an eviction notice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's been super stressful.
I can imagine. Do you want to focus more on that, considering that's got a time
Yeah,
constraint to it?
definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
Perfect. Okay, so we'll start off on that one then, if you don't mind, and then we can unpack and Dad a little bit later on if he's situated for the moment, if he's safe and
Yeah.
settled for the moment.
Yeah, I really like that idea.
Excellent, okay. So tell me about the housing situation, what's happening there?
Yeah, I mean, I tell you what, like my landlord sucks.
Yeah.
As well as, yeah, no, you're spot on. Same as the co-tenant, like, um, they just assume that because I'm schizophrenic that I'm crazy and can't look after myself, and that, so they're already at me, and the actual notice though is like 8 weeks, so
Okay.
I've got a bit of time, but still, it's just they've never been like listening to me,
Yeah,
and now
no.
they drop this, and I'm just like, what can I do? What can I do?
So they haven't sort of given you any time to remedy the situation,
No, not at all.
just throw you out.
Yeah.
Do you know where you're gonna go?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
The reason I asked is
Yeah, I
that
have no idea.
that's totally most people don't when they get this
Yeah.
kind of notice. The reason I ask is that we are affiliated with quite a few housing services.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, so if you want to, if we can get an appointment next week, what I might do is try and slot you in with housing afterwards. So after we have our session, get you an appointment with our housing advocacy team and see if we can
yeah.
see what you're looking at, and we've got some people from the tenancy advisory on the board as well, so they can go through the eviction notice and at least explain to you what you need to do, what your obligations are, what your options are. But they can also try and help you find another place to stay. That's because that's really important. Having a roof over your head, that's incredibly important. So if we can get that sorted for you quickly, does that sound like something
That would be perfect.
we can work on?
Thank you so much.
No, look, that's fine. It's a lot easier to handle when it's not just you handling it. When there's someone else fighting your battle with you, it's a lot easier.
Yeah.
So no, absolutely, we'll focus on that. And we'll do that after our next appointment next week. I have in my referral, do you have children?
Yeah. I have 2 daughters.
Okay, okay. And how old are they?
Yeah. I have a 6-month-year-old and an 18-year-old.
Okay, wow, that's a big difference. Did you
Yeah.
plan that?
No.
No, usually not.
No,
Such big.
No, well said. No, it's just how it's meant to be. Crazy world, I guess.
Wow. So what's your relationship like with the 6-month-old? How's that going with a newborn in the house for the first time in 18 years?
Yeah, it's been pretty crazy. Like such a cute bub.
Yeah.
I think, but it is obviously stressful.
Yeah.
I think more so for me because you know the housing situation. Like I don't know what I'm going to do about like getting into a new environment.
Yeah.
Not to mention, but like it doesn't matter the sort of housing environment. It's just hard because sometimes they'll tend to spiral.
Yeah.
And I think it's been especially hard. I haven't been on my medication, right? Sort of
Right.
regime. So I think it caused me to spiral more. But
Okay.
I have reasons for not doing the medication.
Yeah. What were those reasons?
Yeah, of course. I found my like previous medication administrators were very strict and didn't really give me a lot of freedom when it came to taking it. I'm like, this is such a heavy drug that like I should at least be able to choose because
100%. It's very scary.
oh, truly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're so right. Like, but I don't know. I feel a lot more like myself, which is nice. Having stopped the drug. Yeah.
Especially when you're relocating, your whole environment is changing and it's already unsettling.
Yeah.
And so to keep up with heavy duty drugs that affect your chemicals in your brain, you are going to have some effect from that. Is this something that it's so much more than getting the dosage right? And there's so much more than just one particular dosage. There's a lot of trial and error, a lot of tweaking. So I really understand the frustration with in keeping with a regime, especially if you don't feel like it's the best one for you. Do you have, are you going to speak to your doctor about this next time you see them, or have you just given up for now, or where are you at with your relationship with medication at the moment?
Yeah, yeah, look, I'm really not sure. I think
Yeah,
if I had priorities, that'd be the lowest.
yeah, and that's totally fine. We don't have to do anything about that today or next week or
Yeah.
we can leave it further down the track when you feel more confident with everything else.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's super helpful.
Yeah.
Thank you for saying that.
No, that's no problem. If ever you want to bring it up and we'll talk about it. But we don't have to do anything about it until you feel like you're ready to. I think you're right. I think we should focus on the housing side of things. And getting that sorted for you. I just want to circle back to your children. So you've got a 6-month-old and an 18-year-old. What did she move with you to come back here, or what's the relationship like with her?
Yeah, it's been a lot. I mean, I was 18 when I had her.
Wow.
Um, and yeah, shortly after foster care sort of took her, and we haven't been able to have a relationship. I've reached out recently, but she hasn't really reciprocated, which I can understand, but it's hard.
It is. It's demoralising, isn't it? Especially when you want to explain, and there's a lot of hurt and anger in those situations for both parties.
Yeah.
Neither of you got a choice really at the end of the day.
Yeah, well said.
That's so you tried to text her, is that what you said? When you contacted her, you tried to text her
Yes.
before, yeah. Okay. So what would it mean for you to have a relationship with Christina now? What would it bring to your life to be able to say, this is my daughter and we're pretty close, we've got a pretty good relationship?
Yeah. I don't know. I think would mean so much just to be able to meet up with her again. She hasn't been, like I said, texting me back, so I think she probably just needs space at the moment. But I really hope though there's a time maybe I can call her at the very least.
And I think that's a great idea. I think if you want to work towards setting a goal to making that phone call, because it's a lot harder to get out of responding in a phone call. So and you can set the tone and you can get a feel for each other more so than you can over text. So if you want, we can certainly look at working towards being able to make a phone call. And I'm happy to sit in here and do it with you. Or you can use the office and I'll be outside if you need moral support. We can certainly work up to being able to contact her, and then maybe if you want to meet up in a neutral place, again, you can use the office, doesn't have to be on either of your turfs, so there's sort of less pressure on either of you. If that's something that you want to do, more than happy to look into facilitating that down the track. That's something that you think will help. Yeah, and then we might get a phone call to her, because at the end of the day, having an extra person in your corner is always going to be a good thing. Yeah, perfect. Okay. So I just want to go over what we've been talking about so far and then see if there's anything else you want to talk about. So you're having issues with housing at the moment and your co-tenants. But you're safe at the moment, you're physically safe, you don't need emergency accommodation or crisis accommodation.
Like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we can work on it next week or
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Okay, perfect. No, that's good. And in terms of the other two, you're having issues with them in the house as well?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, so what happens with them? What are they?
They just belittle me.
Yeah.
when every time I try and talk to them, they shut down
Yeah.
and they don't listen to my feelings.
Yeah. It's not fun to be ignored in your
Yeah,
own
well
house.
said. Well
Yeah.
said. Thank you.
Your home should be your refuge, in my
Exactly.
opinion.
Exactly.
Yeah. And unfortunately, when you are diagnosed with a mental disability or a mental illness or a learning disability,
Yeah.
whatever the case may be, it's hard not to be defined by that diagnosis.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's a tricky one, and I understand that it does make you feel very unsettled um, and a bit heavy and
Yeah.
weighted by it. So yeah, I can understand that it feels like there's a lot of pressure. So we'll get housing sorted next week, and because that's got a time constraint, once we have a plan, you should at least feel better about it. Once we know what we're doing, and then so when it comes to your dad, we didn't talk about him too much. You mentioned that his dementia was settling in a lot more, and that he wanders the street and that sort of thing. Is he safe? Do we need to? Is he still safe at home? Is the next step a facility? Where are we with?
Yeah, thank you for checking. No, he doesn't like wander as much. Like it's been a bit better since he's moved in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so he seems more comfortable and settled
Yeah.
since you've moved back.
Yeah, I think the main thing, maybe we could talk about future sessions.
Yeah.
It's just hard sorting to, work and support my dad.
I can absolutely understand it would be. I mean, supporting another human being is hard enough, but one who needs special care and attention,
Yeah.
and really someone to keep a watch on them for, if every second of the day, that would be incredibly stressful. Yeah, that would be very hard. And absolutely, so we'll talk about Dad in future in either the next session or the one after when we set them up. And then we also spoke about Christina, and your 6 month old as well.
Yes.
But Christina's not currently in your life, but we're going to make plans or make plans towards initiating contact.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah, trying to
Mm.
extend an olive branch really, see if she's receptive to some sort of communication or something. Yeah, perfect. Excellent. Okay. So I think that gives us a lot to be getting on with over the next couple of sessions. Is there anything that we didn't cover that you wanted to cover specifically?
No, I really like what we've talked about.
Yeah, sounds pretty succinct. Like now we've got it. Yeah, excellent, good. If we can sort of make it less confusing.
No, totally fine.
Make it more.
It's nice for once someone not just focusing on my medication.
It is important. It affects the physical and chemical makeup of your brain. So we obviously need to look at it at some stage. It is going to be an important factor in your life. So we absolutely need to consider it, but I don't think we need to consider it over the more pressing issues of where you're going to live and how your dad's going to be, his health and well-being, and contacting your daughter. So we will absolutely get into it. I can't give you any medical advice. I haven't taken them myself, so I can't talk about the side effects, but I'm more than happy for you to bounce anything off me if you need to in that regard. And we can talk about it whenever, but I need to know that medication aside, what we're doing is going to be beneficial for you. Yeah. Because medication is just one avenue of helping you. There are a lot of other ways that we can fix it without needing to involve a GP first. So I'm not discounting it. I can imagine it would be incredibly difficult to go through life with the stigma of schizophrenia attached to you. Yeah. And especially TVs and movies. So I'm not discounting or minimalising it at all.
You've been really good. Thank you.
Well, I'm glad because I think all these things are equally important. And everything we can work on them all. And if you feel more settled, then there's less
Yeah.
for the medication to.
I am curious, when would we meet next week?
Yeah, so perfect. Glad you asked. Do you have any free time next Thursday?
Thursday? Yeah, in afternoon.
Afternoon, I can do 3 p.m. next Thursday. Does that work? Excellent.
Awesome.
Okay, so then I'll set up an appointment with housing for 4 p.m.
Yep, that
and you
sounds
can
good.
go straight there afterwards.
I
I'll
really
come in
like
with
that
you.
idea. Yeah.
Excellent. Good.
Awesome.
And if you want me to leave, if you want to talk about anything with them privately, that's not a problem.
Thank you so much.
But if you need someone in there for moral support,
I look forward to it.
yeah, perfect. Excellent. Is there anything else that you think we need to cover?
Thank you
Perfect.
so much.
Awesome. No, that's not a problem.
Yeah.
We'll lovely to meet you today, Greta. Thank you
Pleasure.
for coming in. And I hope you find your way out.
Thank you.
Fellowship down.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you so much.
No problem.
All the best.
Yeah,
See you.
thank
Bye.
you.